Good morning everyone, it's Wednesday the 27th of November 2024. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm on the morning run here. Just going through Victoria Park. This is the newest section of the Japanese garden here. You can see there are lawns and lots of plantings around the ornamental pond and some pathways walking around the pond, and a newer, bigger gazebo here with some seating inside. I think it's almost finished. I'm through the park and heading east down towards the CBD. Make a couple of turns and then get onto the main street. I'm about a block from the CBD and a kilometre in. On the right hand side there is the Goulburn Council Civic Centre, and on the left here is Goulburn Public School, better known as Burke Street School, because it's in Burke Street. In the corner here is the Caroline Chisholm Garden. She is an important local figure. It's a memorial to her just here. The main street, Goulburn Street, is just ahead of the traffic lights. You might be able to see in the distance there. Main shopping area would be to the right. You go left and head out of town a bit. It's coming to some sort of memorial rose garden here at the intersection of Goulburn Street, which is the main street that goes to the left, and the road out of Goulburn, which is now Lagoon Street. There's also a small park here, Howard Park. Coming up on Goulburn North Public School directly ahead. Across me here on the left is broadcast house or Goulburn Radio, which we now have, I think, two commercial radio stations. GCFM, which used to be 1368 2GN, went from the AM band to the FM band, and I think it's mainly an oldies type station. And then there's Eagle FM, which plays a more modern playlist, if you like. And then I think there's even Goulburn Country, but I'm not sure about that. Alright, let's continue. This is called Chantry Street, I think. There's a sign just up here. Hopefully I can read it. Yes, Chantry Street, and it soon becomes Trafalgar Road. On the left hand side there, North Goulburn North Park, a home of junior rugby league in Goulburn. On the right hand side, over here, only residential, a bit of light industrial, several smash repair places in the street behind this one. just about to cross the Kenmore Bridge over the Wallandilly. I've been over and under this bridge many times. It's one of 3 concrete span bridges over the Wallandilly. This area out to the right where I'll be going is Bradfordville. I just passed the 5k mark, so I've done the non-park run for the day. Got quite a bit to go yet, and I won't be recording the 5k as a non-park run, just letting you know where I'm up to at the moment. I just turned into Joseph's Gate Estate, which is off the Trafalgar Road, going in an easterly direction down towards the river. All of this land here one stage belonged to the Catholic Church, and they sold it off and turned into housing. Behind these trees down here, I hope you'll be able to see it in a moment, is the St Joseph's House of Prayer, which I believe at one stage was a training facility for priests, among other things. When the land was sold, part of the condition was, I guess, this building was heritage listed, so it had to be left as it was. I don't really know what he's done with it now. Maybe nothing. It should be a shame if it was empty and became derelict. Coming on to the river walkway, this is the Joseph's Gate part of it. If you went right, you go back towards town around the back of the jail, past the sewage treatment works that I've run on a couple of other videos, going this way, which I think is probably north, going to Wallandilly Avenue, which is where I started a couple of runs along this track. The weather forecast last night said that the minimum temperature in Goulburn overnight would be 19 degrees, and it feels a bit like that at the moment. The top is meant to be 32, so summer temperatures are on us. And even at this hour of the morning, it's quite warm. So if you're a runner, you want to take a bit of notice of the early morning temperatures, because obviously it's going to affect how you run, and you want to make sure that you have properly hydrated the day before. The water you carry with you will just stop your mouth being dry, perhaps. Probably won't do much for your overall hydration. That'll be the water that you drank the day before, and yes, you'll be back and forth to the toilet, but that water is obviously stored in your cells. So I'm just saying, make sure you have plenty to drink the day before if you're setting out on a decent sort of run. Come to the end of the section of Joseph's Gate track, and I'm on Wallandilly Avenue, about 800 metres I think to Trafalgar Road up here. I'm going in a westerly direction at the moment. I'm back on Trafalgar Road, heading south, I think. There's a new housing development going in here. I don't know what the name of it is, but like some big units. I think it looks like maybe 2 houses side by side, or 2-story places. I've turned off the Trafalgar Road onto Daly Street in 2 L's, and I'm going west, I think, for about a kilometre, mostly flat along here. I made it to the end of that section. This is now Dewhurst Street. I was about a kilometre long there. A couple of clips back I was talking about hydration. Also important to think about the clothing you wear. You might go out in the morning, this time of the day, this time of the year should I say, and think, it's a little bit chilly, a bit nippy or whatever. You put on an extra thing, like even a light jacket. You want to think about, you're going to be warmed up within a K, and then you're going to start wanting to peel things off. If you're on a park run, you just drop it on the path and pick it up on the way back. A bit difficult when you're out here somewhere. I'm running in the shorts and a light singlet and things like that, where you haven't got too much clothing around you and the air can circulate, and some parts of your body, the sweat will sit there for a little while, and any movement of the air will give you some cooling effect. So think carefully about what you put on when you go out to run, especially at this time of the year. So going back in the opposite direction, I want to just come down towards a local school here. On the right here is Bradfordville Public School. This residential area. Make a right hand turn at the bottom there. I've got a couple of steep hills to go, not long but steep. I'll come back to you shortly. Just coming to the first of those couple of hills that I mentioned. Doesn't seem all that steep since you try to run it. And halfway up, another turn to the left, which is even steeper. It's the second of these rises, short but quite steep. And now I'm at the top of it, and now I'm about to go down the other side of it. You can see the landscape in the distance here. That's where I've got to go. This is Mary's Mount Road in the back of Mulwarry High School, one of the two government high schools in Goulburn. I'm going south, 11 k's in. I think I've got somewhere between 3 and 4 k's till I get home. Come back to you in a little while. I've turned off Mary's Mount Road onto Monastery Drive. I'm going in a southerly direction the next couple of kilometres. I'm on Gibson Street, going south towards the Gibson Street pedestrian bridge over the Wallandilly. About a kilometre to there, I think, and then I think about 2 back home. You can see the Gibson Street Bridge down there, just past 13 kilometres. Got to cross that bridge and then just over the hill make a right hand turn and down a little alleyway. I'm I'm crossing the bridge now. You can see the water's pretty low, it's pretty dry at the moment. Not much rain for a while. The river's not flowing much. I think that turn into that little laneway now. Just had to stop running for a while. I had to just stop and walk for a while. It's the first time I've done that in a very long time. I just thought I couldn't keep going. I needed to get a breather. A thing to be aware of when you're out, especially when you're doing your long run and in conditions like this. It's quite warm now, probably 21 degrees, and the air is quite mostly still. I just felt I couldn't keep going. I had a bit of a break, and now hopefully I can get home. Still got about 1.5 or so kilometres to go. I'm beginning to feel quite tired and fatigued now. I had to stop at the corner behind me there. Got a car, and normally I wouldn't like doing that. It interrupts your rhythm and all that. And I was grateful for that. I'm going to push myself to get up to top of this little rise here to Goldsmith Street, because the other side of it is downhill to the park. So maybe I can pick up a bit of oomph to keep going. And I made it up that little rise. This is Albert Street between the hospital and Goulburn High School. My number of steps per minute is rising, so it's over the 200, and my stride length is getting shorter, and I'm really struggling with it at the moment. We're here to the park and about 600 metres to the other side to home. I'm entering Victoria Park with 15.04 k's on the clock in, I don't know how long, 1 hour 38 I think. As I said, about 600 metres by the shortest, most direct route. This is one I'll be taking by home. I'm in the middle of the park. There's the gazebo. That's part of the extensions to the Japanese garden I talked about on the way out, and the adventure playground on the right there. I'm through the park and onto Vernon Street here. Make a right hand turn as I cross and back towards my home. The lungs are burning, legs are tired. Lucy the crazy dog, come back and talk to her in a minute. Shoulders are sore, holding their arms in the same position. There's a lesson here in biting off more than you can chew for the conditions. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the scenery or the commentary, so you can see that 15.59 at 1 hour 42 at a pace of 6:34. The conditions are quite enervating, energy sapping that is, and the lesson is perhaps think about how far you're going to run on a day like today. Maybe you don't have to run quite so far, bite off a bit more than you can chew. As I said, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed our running tour of Goulburn. And I'll catch you in the next video.